Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a seriously fascinating side of the betting industry. We're going to break down exactly what it means to become a betting agent using the Mobcash and 1xBet platforms. Whether you're entirely new to this concept or you're just looking to sharpen your understanding of localized cash flow in gaming, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to dive straight into the internal playbook to figure out the real mechanics behind this business model. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the zero-risk promise, move into becoming the bridge, then finding your players, the deposit workflow, and finally cash out and grow. Let's get right into it. So I want to kick things off with a question that honestly might sound a bit counterintuitive at first. Think about it. How do you actually win without betting? In the gaming industry, there's this massive widespread assumption that if you want to make any real money, you have to take on huge gambling risks. But what if you could participate in that whole ecosystem and generate a steady income without ever placing a single wager? Let's unpack how that actually works. All right, Section 1, the zero-risk promise. We're shattering the gambling myth. If you're stepping into this role as a new agent, the absolute most crucial concept you gotta wrap your head around is your total insulation from match outcomes. Picture the chaotic, sweat-inducing reality of a standard player. They're nervously biting their nails over last-minute penalty kicks, right? Winning or losing their money based strictly on entirely unpredictable sports results. But you're the calm, collected agent. You earn a fixed percentage commission purely on transaction volume. It literally doesn't matter who scores, who fumbles, or who completely drops the ball. Your income is tied entirely to the flow of funds, not the luck of the draw. I really want to emphasize the sheer relief in this concept from the source material. You are never at risk of losing money from betting outcomes. If a player in your network wins big, fantastic, awesome for them. If they lose their entire deposit, well, that's definitely unfortunate for them, but your income as an agent remains completely unaffected. Your baseline is security. Moving right along to Section 2, becoming the bridge. This is your role as a cash desk. So, if you aren't placing bets and you aren't sweating over game scores, what exactly are you doing all day? Well, as an agent, you're defined as the trusted bridge between the player and their digital gaming account on 1xBet. You are basically acting as their own personal, localized cash desk. And honestly, it's a brilliant division of labor. The platform handles all the massive technological infrastructure, the security, the games, the back-end support, the whole shebang. You, on the other hand, simply handle the local cash flow. You make it incredibly easy for people in your community to move their physical money or their local bank funds right into the digital gaming space. And here is how the actual financial mechanics of being that bridge play out. You earn a fixed commission percentage every single time you process a deposit for a player. But it doesn't stop there. You also earn a fixed percentage every time you process a withdrawal, when a player decides to cash out. You're earning on money going in and money coming out. Plus, the source notes that this isn't some tedious thing you have to manually invoice for. These commissions are calculated and paid out automatically to you once a month. It essentially turns a localized cash service into a highly predictable monthly revenue stream. Okay, on to Section 3, finding your players. This is the engine of your business. Now, while the platform does all the heavy technical lifting, there is one very specific, crucial requirement on your end. Your singular focus, literally the one and only thing that dictates your success and your income, is finding and bringing in active players. The platform manages the odds, they manage the app, they manage the security, you bring the people. The playbook gives us some super actionable steps for this. And the best part? You don't need a massive marketing budget. You just start with your immediate network, your friends, relatives, the local community. From there, you leverage free digital tools. Set up a dedicated Telegram or WhatsApp group to start building a community vibe. You can even join existing regional betting groups online just to introduce yourself. And when you do reach out, your pitch is so simple. You're offering them lightning-fast payouts, total reliability because they actually know you locally, and access to platform bonuses. You are pitching convenience and trust. All right, Section 4, the deposit workflow, facilitating gameplay. Let's shift gears from the theory of getting players to the actual day-to-day execution. Think of this as the story of an agent processing their very first deposit. Step 1, you and the player agree on how they'll pay. Maybe they hand you physical cash at a local cafe, or maybe they just shoot over a quick bank transfer to your card. Step 2, you receive the funds. You absolutely always make sure the money is fully in your possession first. Then, Step 3, you open up your Mobcash app. You pop in their unique player ID, the app shows their name so you can double check you've got the right person, you type in the amount they just gave you, and you press OK. Almost instantly, a push notification pops up on your phone confirming the successful transfer. It is literally that quick. And this right here, this is the core value you provide to your players. The absolute second you hit OK in that Mobcash app, their money is live in their account. No pending holds, no waiting around for international bank clearances. You have instantly bridged the gap between their pocket and their live gameplay. Which brings us to Section 5, Cash Out and Grow. Let's complete this cycle. So, we've got money going into the system, but what happens when your player has a killer day and actually wins? Well, the withdrawal workflow is just as secure and just as straightforward. Step 1 is on the player. They go into their 1xBet app, request a withdrawal, and specifically select your local cash desk from their list. The system then generates a secure withdrawal code for them. Step 2 is on you. They hand you that code, you open your Mobcash app, tap Withdraw Funds, enter their player ID, and type in that secure code. That action deducts the digital funds from your agent balance. And finally, step 3. You hand them their winnings in physical cash, or just transfer it right back to their local bank card. What we just outlined is the ultimate growth loop for an agent. You keep finding new players, and you just continuously repeat those simple deposit and withdrawal workflows. It's a pure volume game. More active players equal more daily transaction volume, and since you earn a fixed percentage on every single movement of money, higher volume directly translates to a much larger, completely risk-free commission payout at the end of every single month. Now, before we wrap things up, I absolutely have to highlight this quote straight from the playbook. Consider this your golden rule. Always receive the money from the player before making the deposit in the app. Because your income is completely insulated from betting risks, the only real risk you face is just operational error on your part. Think about it. If you send digital funds to a player's account before they actually hand you the physical cash, and then they just ghost you, you take that loss. Secure the real money first, protect your funds at all costs, and your business remains incredibly safe. Which brings us to our final thought for today's explainer. We all know that old saying about the betting industry, right? The house always wins. But by leveraging this agent model, you step outside the game entirely. You provide a genuinely valuable local service, you facilitate the fun for your community, and you take a piece of the transaction every single time. So, looking at the mechanics of Mobcash and 1xBet that we've unpacked today, are you ready to become the cash desk that never loses? Thanks so much for joining me for this breakdown, and I highly encourage you to keep these workflows in mind as you start building out your own player network.